Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Clayton Hickson, back at it again with another video, man. And I'm doing something a little different. I'm coming to y'all with a reaction video to a video by, I think Jubilee? Yeah, Jubilee. And it is 5 liberals rank themselves on the political spectrum. So, I guess it's kind of controversial in a way, but not really. Depending on how much you care about it, is if this video is going to touch your soul or not, my brother, my baby. But yeah, so with no other further ado, let's get straight into the video.
How do we feel about like PC culture? Like,
Are you talking about like cancel culture?
Canceling?
Yeah, kind of.
Canceling is fake, in my opinion. It's not something that actually is happening.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait, what would it say about how you see them and how they see you? We brought together 5 liberals and had them rank each other least to most politically left. Then, we had them take the political compass test and rearrange them based on how left they actually are. This is ranking.
My name is Max. I turned 24 today.
I'm going to go ahead and say this first. Me personally, I'm not gonna say I'm either liberal or conservative, but I will say that I'm more on the conservative side. If there's a spectrum from here, this is liberal, this is conservative, I'm like right here. So like I agree with most things that is conservative, but I also I agree with something that's liberal as well. But I'm just mostly believe things that's conservative. But yeah, on to the video.
Birthday. I work in the video game industry.
My name's Chris. I'm 26 years old, currently between jobs, so I don't know, just a person living.
I'm AJAY.
Chilling,
I work in nonprofit education. I'm 27. Yeah.
I'm BRANDEE. I am 30 and I own a wellness and lifestyle brand.
And I'm ALISON. I'm 26, and I'm an ad writer / editor.
So just straight into it, just like what I think would count as like a left-leaning person. Yeah, sure. Pushing for medical care for everyone, free medical care for everyone, stuff like that. I want this person to be a living wage. I want this person to be living comfortably. I want this person to just like live. If I had one thing to say to people in general in a large population is like, fight for other people's rights, fight for other people's comfortability, make sure other humans are human to you.
What I would prioritize, which is like someone on that side would prioritize, like I would, fair housing before most things.
Yeah.
Because if you guarantee housing, I guarantee you most problems will be solved.
What would you be willing to lose for that though?
I would lose like a good amount of military spending for fair housing.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
I would also,
I think we all would.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that.
Because I think that there are people that are conservative, maybe not like extreme right wing, but they would say that they believe in like LGBT rights, but they're fiscally conservative. Oh, I'm pro whatever, but if you're not like putting money toward those things, I just don't feel like you're actually saying that you believe in it.
What's your guys' view on like the whole Palestine-Israel situation?
Yeah, for Palestine.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
I'm
you
not
guys
gonna
have
be like,
do you guys have like an idea for like a solution, 2-state solution? Let's say.
like a 2-state solution?
Anything really?
No, because it's like really hard, but like I do know that I care a little bit more about that than the Ukraine thing right now. Because like it's not the worst thing I've seen this past 5 years.
It's a good point that there's all this like all the Ukraine flags everywhere, and everyone's all throwing all the support when like the Palestine-Israel conflict has been happening for way longer. How do we feel about like?
Hey man, I ain't gonna cap. I've seen too many videos of people in in Ukraine like hating on black folk, like black people, and like doing like straight up hate crimes. I don't even care about the Ukraine situation like that anymore. That's just me. I mean, I'm gonna let them do them, and however they get down with that. But I just don't, I wouldn't give anything to help them. I mean, they don't really got anything too much to do with me, but it could. I don't know, but that's just how I feel about that.
PC culture, like
Are you talking about like cancel culture?
Canceling?
and all that?
yeah, kind of.
Canceling is fake, in my opinion. It's not something that actually is happening.
I'm just gonna say Dave Chappelle. I have nothing.
Dave Chappelle, question mark?
Does anyone opinion changed of him after that last special?
There was a part in the special where he said, "Hey, I'm just a human going through an experience."
Yeah.
I think that was the main thing that everyone kind of missed. That, like when he was talking about his friend that had passed away from all that, I think he just got
Misquoted.
misquoted. Yeah.
I also think him saying I'm just a person having the experience is him just kind of putting the cushion down. Like, hey guys, I know you're gonna knock me, just like don't hurt me too bad.
No, but that's real though. That is a real thing though.
It is a real thing.
And on the canceling thing, I definitely believe people get canceled. Like I feel like with the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion situation, Tory Lanez got wrongfully canceled when he really didn't need to be, because obviously she lied on him, which is kind of nasty, but that's just the way that went. But yeah, but I feel like certain people whose audiences is just like mainly their audience, that their audience really agrees with them, they can't be canceled because like they might get some extra views for extra hate, but like unless you do something straight egregious that's just like nasty, like what EDP did type junk, that you can't really be canceled. Like honestly, in my opinion. So I guess she's kind of right, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
there are certain things that are like sort of like deal breakers, right? And so I have people, if it's a deal breaker, then no, they're not friends.
Yeah, I got friends that are on the right side spectrum. I got cousins that are, you know, I guess you can say racist or whatever. I actually engage in conversations with them just because I want to see where they're coming from.
It would be cool to get to a point where the right's like, oh wow, so these people genuinely.
And I feel that's kind of nasty that you're like that he was like kind of associating being conservative with being racist, because like I feel like not feel like you can be racist on either side, but I guess mostly if you are racist, you're probably racist people are on the conservative side. But like it's kind of nasty that that he's kind of putting the two together, because I don't really think that's the case. But all right.
Pushing for stuff that does affect us in a friendly manner.
But do you think that people think that? Do you think that people on the right think everyone deserves a home, or do you think that they feel like I worked and I earned this?
They don't think that. Of course they don't.
Their beliefs are so extreme that it kind of crosses into like a morality question for me of like who they are as people, how they view other people, and I don't want to interact consistently in a friend relationship with someone like that.
I don't know. I don't think that just because you label yourself a certain way politically, you can't be with people who are on the other side, and it's not.
And if you aren't friends with somebody of the other side just because they claim that, because they say I'm conservative and I say I'm not going to be friends with somebody who's liberal, or say if I'm liberal, I'm saying I'm not going to be friends with somebody conservative, that's kind of idiotic to me, because like you shouldn't just completely not be friends with somebody or like not be cool with somebody just because of their political beliefs. That's kind of ignorant to me. But like you're talking about relationships side junk, they kind of make sense then. But like with just being friends, being cordial with somebody, I feel like that's kind of crazy to straight up just say, oh no, because they believe this. Like, no, that's kind of dumb, but all right.
Like, they're bad people, but it is sometimes I think about, like, would they be my friend if I was a certain color or a certain, like, religion? Like, would they still like me?
I grew up in the church. I was in my church's band. I was like, I had multiple weeks where I preached. And then one day I was like, oh man, this sucks. These people have views that are anti-human while they're the ones here preaching, love each other, love everyone. I'm like, you hate your neighbor. Like you're the ones telling me that gay people deserve to burn in hell. I genuinely did lose a lot of friends when I stepped out of that.
So like, was it more personal or was it like more political though?
It's probably more political. A lot of people that are more pro-life. It's like, this is the most like normal thing we could do is be pro-choice. And they're like, no.
Some women have a hard time being able to get like their tubes tied, if they don't have children, or if they're too, like the doctor decides they're too young. It's like, it's a personal health decision that's being taken.
We could move now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like it was more about trying to prove who's the most of the most.
I said I misrank each other based on who they think.
Probably gonna go one over here, maybe.
I'm not
I think I'm over here.
So then you would
So,
have
like,
to come
right
here.
here.
Back.
So I would maybe
here.
put
You should
myself
be
like
there.
here. I don't know, it's hard.
If I was to say it, I think 1 being most, 5 being least. I think it should be number 5 should be like the the green hoodie. Number 4 should be probably Shorty with the I said white Shorty, and then number 3 number 3 should probably be black dude. Number 4 the black girl, and number 5 the white dude.
It feels like we all agree to a degree on a lot of
That's
things.
why I'm saying we
so
need
it's
to
hard
ask like a
rank
controversial
them.
question.
Controversial
I
question.
could be wrong, because it's kind of like hard to say, like to tell off of what they're like saying, but I don't know. I'm probably like.
How do you feel about like the police?
I do think they're necessary evil.
I think regulation's important.
Sir,
I
you
think
can move.
You gotta definitely. Police.
You know what, Black Bro, he's going down closer to more. Yeah, he needs to stay right there, because I definitely disagree with that. Most police officers are not evil. It's just a couple bad apples that's like that makes them all look bad. Like, that's just like saying that because like a few black people like might be like criminals or something like that. They're saying that all black people are dangerous and criminals, or like saying, I don't know, like you realize that most people, black people in America, like 80% is like not poor, and like say only 20% is poor. That's like saying that all black people are poor, which is kind of crazy. So I just like kind of the same thing with police officers. Like you can't say they're all bad, which is it kind of irks when people say ACAB because all cops are not bad. Like it just might be a few corrupt cops, just like in any work field. There's gonna be few corrupt people. I don't care where you at, but that's neither here nor there.
Unions, I think police unions are like the biggest, strongest unions in the country.
They are. I don't know if I would say ACAB. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do believe in taking some of their budget and redistributing it to like services that will help people.
The fact that the New York Police Department is like the size of a military is terrifying. That's so scary, and you see a lot of bad things occur from that.
For that reason.
I mean, it makes sense because there's a large population in New York, and then if it was like not, if the cop to person ratio was a lot lower than it was, I imagine crime would be a lot higher than it is. But
here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Military?
I mean, again, like a necessary evil.
Yeah.
I'm very pro-military.
Well, I just got a lot of friends from like economic purposes. I had to join the military, you know, for like, and the military gives you teaches you a lot of things about life discipline, which helps people translate into civilian life, I feel.
Do you feel like there's a bigger issue there though? Like that people have to go into the military in order to be economically sound? Like I feel like it's a jobs program.
That's predatory.
Exactly.
That's like, and we're allocating this money to weapons that aren't needed, insane things. I'm not a big fan of the military.
Okay, I'm gonna move over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think the military overall, like 90-10, is like better than not.
I think it is very conservative to be very pro-military. That's like a poster conservative ideology.
I'm personally pretty pro-military, but I don't know. I'm not that passionate about it to get into the conversation they're having.
Okay, I kind of have a question about like representative diversity. A lot of times when we talk about diversity and things like that, it's never a progressive. It's always just like appearance-based diversity.
I care more about policies than like being represented.
Yeah, like I could care less but like the policy.
You know, like I'm definitely for like we need to diversify like models or like people that we see in these industries, but I do think it should be more like who they are.
I mean, because like equity is the goal, right? Like if we did a better job of identifying differences in the first place, then we wouldn't have so much time like making up for it. Colorblind society led to this issue with DEI, which I like find really annoying every training I go to. Anyone like particularly pro-capitalism or like anti?
I'm kind of anti. I'm pretty anti.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I participate in it because you got to.
I think I'm in the camp of like I'm more of an equitable capitalist. Like I feel like we could do capitalism better, or like we could fix it.
I think that's cool. It's like the guy in Seattle that forfeited his wage and turned everyone's wage to
Oh, Dan Price?
$71,500. Yeah.
We are in a world where people have yachts and are going to space for fun while there are people dying on the streets and like starving. Like, you know, if you can give more, I think you could and you should, just because it's like, it's a group.
How much does one person need, really?
Really.
But who defines that?
But
besides,
but
themselves?
the system that we all were born into and our parents were born into, we all kind of.
The crazy thing is, those people who have all that money, they work for all that money. They kind of earned all that money. It's not like they was just given all that money. So like, yeah.
Into the capitalist system where we kind of thought like, oh, we make the most money, you earned it and all that stuff. But Jeff Bezos got all that money, bro, and we got hella homeless people on Skid Row. What's up with that?
Jeff Bezos earned all that money, and it's not saying he doesn't give back, because he definitely does give back. But at the end of the day, he still earned all that money, and like he got it from the mud. It's not like he was given that money; he got it out of the mud. So like, I don't feel like you should straight up just take like a lump sum of their money away and give it to people who like, you know. So
like the thing
Like,
is,
no.
it's still illegal to take his money.
That,
When you think about it.
no. You know, we have politicians don't really care about the well-being of the working class people and stuff like that. Minimum wage is still $7.25. You know, what are we doing here, guys?
I guess here's like a question though. I guess, so, you know,
see, that is crazy. Minimum wage is $7.25. That is kind of crazy. But then again, inflation and stuff. So.
I want the best for everyone, but that also kind of puts like some personal responsibility on it. I don't want someone to just kind of like get a bunch of money and then do nothing.
I think that's definitely a very left-leaning thing to think about, how everyone should be up and working and doing that. I think that's more than fine to say, because I think everyone contributes for a society to work.
Some of what you just said right now, I feel like I might be on the other side of you on that issue. People work so hard, and it's not like it's a fair game to start out with. So sure,
No,
yeah, people shouldn't be just like sitting if they can do something else, but if they can't, they still deserve comfort and to live like a life of dignity.
I don't think I care what they're doing. As
Just
long
doing something.
Something.
What if they just want to relax and chill, man?
Then
Life is stressful. Sometimes you want to just have a good like.
So
week
and
not
yeah,
do anything.
and I mean that's.
See, like, if you want to relax and chill, you don't deserve like to be comfortable. You know, like you have to work hard first, and when you work hard and you get the stuff that you need to be able to relax and chill, then you can relax and chill. You can't expect to just relax and chill in life and get pushed through. That's kind of crazy to think about. That's kind of crazy to say, but.
I don't know. And there is. I don't think there is anything wrong with that.
Okay, you guys are now going to go to politicalcompass.org and take the test there. In spot number 5, Allison.
Solid.
Nice.
In spot number 4, we have Max.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised that Max was like next to me. He just gave me vibes of someone who was more like anti-establishment, anti-like capitalism, more like anarchy kind of vibes.
This was
In spot number 3, we have Kristen.
Hey.
In spot number 2, we have AJAY.
Oh, okay. Nice.
In spot number 1, we have BRANDEE.
Interesting.
It's kind of crazy. I think I said that. I think I said that at the beginning too. That's kind of crazy.
I do firmly believe things are on me, and like I'm gonna lean left because I just care.
And I kind of expect you guys maybe to pick like one random like conservative to throw in there to kind of like throw us out, but it was cool.
It was cool to see how similar we all felt on some things, but then also.
All right, well, that's pretty much it for the video. I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all watching one of my first reactions. And definitely more to come. Y'all comment down below. Y'all can DM me, send me on Snapchat videos on me to react to, and I will react to them, and that's a fact. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and start uploading right now. So I catch y'all boys in the next video.